All right, well, President Obama appearing with a new CFPB director, Richard Cordray, just a short time ago. Cordray just one of Obama's very controversial recess appointments, and there could be another one coming, one that could affect the housing market. Peter Burns has the very latest for us from D.C. Peter?
Well, hey, Shivani, that's right. The recess appointment of Richard Cordray to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has ginned up speculation that the president could make another big recess appointment and maybe kickstart a new mortgage refinance program for millions of homeowners through Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Washington analyst Jarrett Seaberg of Guggenheim Securities says the president could replace Edward DeMarco, the acting head of the Federal Housing Finance Administration, which regulates Fannie and Freddie, with a recess appointee who might be more aggressive on mortgage refis. Now, DeMarco is a Bush administration holdover. He's resisted efforts to do big sweeping mortgage programs through Fannie and Freddie to protect taxpayers from more bailout funding, but he did agree earlier this year to beef up an existing mortgage refi program at Fannie and Freddie called the HARP program. Now, Mark Zandi of Moody's Economics has been pushing and advocating for a bigger refi program at Fannie and Freddie. He says there are about 10 million homeowners at the companies with mortgages of 5.5%, 6% or more. But the rate for a 30-year fixed rate has dropped to about 4%. Now, getting all those homeowners to refi, Zandi figures, could save about $40 billion in interest charges a year, and that could amount to basically a tax cut for homeowners, maybe help the economy some. The White House declines to comment on whether it's thinking about booting DeMarco, but its top economist says more mortgage refis are a top agenda item.
Given how slow it has been for Congress to respond to some of the problems that we've been facing, the president has taken executive action in a number of areas, and refinancing is one of those.
But a former Fannie executive is not convinced that more refis will do much good.
The issue that I have with any of these programs is that it's not perfectly clear what the intention is. We don't necessarily have an affordability problem in the housing market. We got a demand problem. So as it relates to another mass refinance program, I just don't know what we're hoping to accomplish.
But Mark Zandi says watch the progress of the HARP program to see how it goes, to see if a lot of people refinance through that smaller program, and watch the health of the housing market, and then maybe the administration, depending on how all that goes, might expand HARP and make all Fannie Freddie homeowners eligible for to do a refi.
Right.
Shivani?
Peter, $40 billion on paper in terms of a tax savings sounds really good on paper, but you don't get something for nothing in this environment,
right,
particularly when you're talking about Washington. Who's going to pay for this, and how much is it going to cost to create these savings?
Yeah, that's right. And part of the program here is if somebody saves $40 billion, somebody loses $40 billion, and it would be, banks, mortgage holders, mortgage investors, and Fannie and Freddie themselves would lose interest income. The concern here is that that could then lead to bigger bailouts from the taxpayers. So they'd have to carefully structure this program, maybe raise their fees to make sure that that doesn't happen. Shivani?
And that is called Washington accounting. Thanks a lot, Peter Burns.
Okay.